Hi, my name is Tabitha Class, and I'm here to talk to you about the strategies that I've been using in my 6th grade language arts class to help your student Jacob accommodate his learning disability and to make sure he can be the best student he could possibly be. Now, as we know, Jacob is a very friendly and bright young man who loves to read, do karate, and play Pokemon. He is very well behaved and gets along with all the students in the class, so I'm really lucky to have him as my student. In terms of his academic performance in the class, I believe his strongest ability is reading. He does it during his free time, he does it during independent work, so I believe that his reading ability is very good. In terms of what needs improvement, I believe it's his reading comprehension. Jacob has a hard time making connections towards the text and establishing his own conclusions, and I think it's really important to master that concept because in 6th grade language arts, the emphasis is really on taking a reading passage, using the details from that passage to create your own ideas. So in a normal class day, we separate the students into 3 groups. The first group comes with me, and we discuss the current reading passage. And then the second group has a choice of reading, doing homework, or working with my assistant teacher, Mrs. Stevens, to work on grammar. The third group goes to the computers where they go on iReady. iReady is a computer program that helps students meet their individual needs through personalized instruction. So I've set aside 3 goals for Jacob to achieve by the end of the year. They are very manageable and very attainable, and I believe that he can achieve these goals. The first goal is to increase his lexile reading level. Right now he is at a 730, and the average range for 6th graders is 930 to 1100. So he's not far off, and with the right amount of time and effort, he can definitely fall in that range. The second goal is to increase his reading comprehension, like I mentioned before, and his third goal is to turn in error-free written assignments. I've noticed recently that he has turned in assignments that contain a lot of grammatical errors, such as capitalization, punctuation, and spelling. So I really want him to work on that because writing is such a key component in not only language arts, but in all subjects. So with the strategies that I've implemented in my classroom, they are very simple, but when applied correctly, they are very effective. The first is paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is a way for students to break down large amounts of information and to simplify it to make it more understandable. The first step is to read 1 paragraph, and then the next step is to ask what those main ideas and details are of that paragraph. And then the third step is to put those main ideas and details in their own words. And I think it's a great way for students to organize their own information about the passage and make it more easy to understand and really work on reading comprehension. The next strategy that I've been using is reciprocal teaching. Reciprocal teaching is basically students discuss on their own a reading passage. I am merely a facilitator who guides the discussions and clarifies and resolves any confusion, but I really leave the responsibility to the students in this instance. So there are 4 areas of reciprocal teaching, and in this case the discussion. The first is predicting, the second is generating questions, the third is clarifying, and the last is summarizing. And with these discussions, the students are active learners. They participate in the discussion rather than just sitting back and listening to me talk. So it really holds them accountable for their own learning. The third strategy is conferencing. In this instance, I take students and I talk to them one-on-one about their writing. It allows them to explain what they're writing about and their writing process. And for me, it allows me to give personalized feedback and really helps me focus on the errors that they're making within their writing, and I can correct those errors and we can revise them together. And I think with Jacob, this is going to be really helpful, especially considering his writing assignments recently that have had a lot of grammatical errors. So throughout the course of the month, I've noticed that the strategies that I've used have really helped Jacob. Prior to the implementation, his grades have been around, they've definitely been below average. They've been like in C range, C, D range. As the month progressed, I've noticed that his grades have gotten better. They are very close to B's, if not R in B range. So I believe that with time, Jacob and all the students in the classroom can really have high academic achievement, not only in this class, but in their other classes as well. Thank you for your time.